This is a quick recap of last week's training. Previously I said I was self-coached, and I have been, but I've decided to go back with Humango now. It's well, it'll be 13 weeks to go from tomorrow, and I feel like I just need to do some training that isn't just kind of zone 2 endurance stuff, which is what I've been doing previously. So I signed back up with Humango, and I'll see how I get on with that. So the week started really well after my last week of not being very good at training. It started with a swim. I always do a swim on a Monday. It's a nice easy day after generally a bigger weekend. So it was 1200 metres, 25 metre efforts basically with some rest. So really concentrating on form. I think as I've said before, I really struggle with the pull section, so I'm really concentrating on trying to get a really good pull, because if I don't kick, I tend to go backwards in the pull, which is no good. So that was about 30 minutes of work, so that was all right. Right, so that's my Tuesday morning run done. I warmed up obviously, then did cookies, then did 5 30 seconds at threshold with 30-second recovery, and then a 12-minute tempo zone 3 run, and then back home. So yeah, that's done, and I have to do a bike tonight, so an hour and 15 minutes. It'll be lovely tonight. It's a bit cool this morning, but perfect running weather. So yeah, good start to the day. So these exercises I've got are for, I think, my gluteus medius. So apparently I've got to feel it right in here, because that's the kind of weak area of my hips. So it actually gets fatigued really quickly, I guess, because I've got no strength or stability in those small muscles. And this one really hurts. So I have to do these about, wow, you did kind of say every day. I've not really been doing them every day, but I really have to start. Otherwise I don't think it's ever going to get better. This side's not quite so painful, although I can still feel it. So I guess I'm weak in all my hips.
Or both your hips?
Oh yeah, both my hips. Don't need any narration by the cameraman here. I have only got 2 hips. This is the one that I don't feel it anywhere near as much as the other side. And it's so weird because the movements are so small, but your muscle gets so fatigued so quickly. And if anyone's noticed, my nail varnish matches my trousers, which matches I do quite like green. Right, that's those ones done. So then we have to do some side walks as well. So again, that's all working like these bits here. My dog. It hurts so much. And then I also have to do kind of walks. Forward and back. Oh goodness. Right. And then I have to do some kind of, I don't know what they're actually called, I call them high leg bridge. So it's for your hamstrings. I have to work up to being able to do them single leg, but at the moment if I try and do them single leg, I instantaneously get cramp in the hamstring, so I'm going to stick to double leg for the time being. Again, I can feel everything shaking because everything's so weak. But I'm doing this because I'm injured, but actually these are the kind of exercises that you should be doing. I can say that because that's what my PT said to me, that you should be doing as prehab. So I've started to do them before I run, so try and wake the muscles up so that you're kind of more stable when you run. So I'm going to have to be really good and just continue, once, hopefully my hamstring gets better, just continue to do these. So I should have probably said in the little clip before that about my injury. So nearly 2 years ago now, I fell off my bike over some tram tracks in Glenelg, and I landed basically on my right sit bone. It was excruciatingly painful, and it was only about 3 weeks before Cairns 70.3. So to start with, I just thought I'd really bruised it. It was a really slow crash, but I landed really heavily. And it was okay. It was still painful. I did Cairns. It was all right until like halfway through the run, and then like the whole thing just went numb and everything. And I actually got a roll down slot for the Worlds that year, but it was still so painful after the race, when it should have kind of recovered a bit. I went to the sports doctor, and basically he diagnosed me with high hamstring tendinopathy and said I had to have the rest of the season off to try and rehab. And I was really good, and I started doing the rehab, going to the gym, and it got like 85% better, and I started training again. But I still got that last sort of 10-15%, it just won't heal up. So I've been going back to the doctor, and I'm actually having shockwave therapy on that area now, which is very painful when it happens. And I get left with like these really big bruises. But hopefully within 2 or 3 months that the shockwave therapy will help the tendon heal. And if I do all my exercises that I've been prescribed, hopefully that will also really help, because I'm banned for the next month from doing any kind of long running, and actually the TT position on the new bike is really inflames it as well, so I can't do too long on the TT bike at the moment. But yeah, so that's the injury, that's what I'm trying to rehab, and it's going okay. Hopefully in another month I'll go back to see the doctor, and it'll be getting a lot better across everything for me. So my training this week I should have done a swim on the Friday, but I didn't go in the morning, and then I was in a kind of all day workshop, so I didn't actually do my swim on the Friday. So I decided to push that out and do it on the Saturday. So that brings us to Sunday, and obviously we're having a big heat wave here in Adelaide this weekend. I walked Cookie at about 9 o'clock this morning, and it was 34 degrees already, so I decided I wouldn't be stupid enough to run outside, unlike Marcus. So I took myself off to the gym, which meant that I could also do my kind of pre-run set of exercises for my hips. The aircon still couldn't cope with the gym, it was still really hot, but it was definitely better than being out in the baking sun. So yeah, so that's the weekend done. It's actually a public holiday here tomorrow, so I'm going to swap my Monday and Tuesday's training round. I'm going to do a bike tomorrow, just because it'll be easier. So yeah, that's it, and so tomorrow is 13 weeks to go to the race. So I hope you like what we're doing. Please ask us anything you like in the comments, and click like and subscribe. See you next week.